This is simple pattern creation for the TopTier Robotier Robotic Palletizer. Click on the menu button and select Pattern. We'll be creating a new pattern. Here we'll enter in generic details about the load. We'll be working with cases, enter in the product dimensions. Move on to the next section for the pallet dimensions. We'll be using a standard 40 by 48 pallet for this load. We'll be using sheets on this load as well that are the same dimension as the pallet. With building this load on a pallet and use a base sheet. This load will have 6 layers, and we're going to use a simple interlock, AB interlock for this pattern, so we can use the shortcut key here to set the interlock. Conversely, we can select the different interlocks individually as required. We'll be putting a top sheet on the pallet or on the load. With the general information complete, move on to the layer type definitions. Layer type A will have 15 cases in it with a total of 4 robot picks. The first pick will consist of 4 products, and they will be turned 90 degrees upstream before getting to the robot. Place the first place of pick 1. We'll be placing all 4 of the products that it picked. You can see them displayed here, and we'll drag them into position on the pallet. All of the images of the pallet and the cases are scaled according to the dimensions that were previously put in. So this is a real-life representation of what the load is going to look like. With that in position, we can move on to pick 2. We'll be picking another 4 cases. We'll also be turning these 90 degrees. And the place, we'll also be placing all 4 of the products at once. Drag these onto the screen and pull them into position. Now we can go back to the first pick and see that our Y value is 308 or negative 308. So the Y value is the same on both. If we were to move these a little bit and we wanted to dial that in and we weren't able to drag them correctly, we could just code it in here and have it move in so it sits perfectly where it's supposed to be. On pick 3, we'll pick another 4 cases. We'll also turn these. We'll place all 4 of them, drag them onto the screen. We already know from the previous drops that the Y value is supposed to be at negative 309 to get that aligned. And we will drag these into position. Final pick 4, will consist of the last 3 cases. We'll not be turning these. And we're going to place all 3 of them, drag them onto the screen, and we can turn the entire pick 90 degrees and drag it into position. Now we can see it's not exactly centered on the pallet. We can pull the slider out and center the load horizontally and vertically. And layer type A is now complete. Move on to layer type B. So we're going to use a simple interlock here. Hit the slider out again. We can simply duplicate the A layer we just created. Flip the layer horizontally. And that's it. Now we have our interlock directly on top of each other, Save pattern, give it a name, and pattern creation is complete, and the new pattern is ready to be run in the machine.